Sent Stephen Thibodeau a message. Stephen Thibodeau is the one that initially talked to and he has a case number. I actually just got done meeting with all of them. I'm going to tell him to send me. Hold on, I'm texting him right now. He's going to send me over the case number, but the fire marshal is the one running point on everything. So I'm going to send you over his number, and then I'll send you over the case number as well. His name's Trey Baxter.
Okay.
Here, let me.
So they've already switched people's names from the beginning of this thing then.
What's that?
I said, so people's done switched off of it that was at the beginning of it.
Well, here's how it kind of all went down. That's why I wanted to call you and tell you kind of what's going on with this. So it's kind of weird, honestly. On Saturday, I had a contact with the FBI. So I called him. His name was Agent Miller. All right, I just sent you over Trey's number. So I talked to Agent Miller, and Agent Miller told me, look, I'm not going to be involved in the case because I'm in Sussex Falls. And he was like, but I'm going to get you in touch with a field agent down in Houston. I said, okay, great. So he told me, he called me back, and he said, hey, look, I talked to a guy named something Co., and he's going to be reaching out to you. If you don't hear from him from Thursday, here's his number. I said, all right, perfect. So then I ended up getting a call from a guy named Justin Flowers. That's an FBI agent, and that's who apparently is on the case, Justin Flowers from the Houston division. So
Okay.
This guy passed it on to Justin Flowers. So I had about an hour-long call with Justin Flowers. But then I went and met with the fire marshal who was investigating the arson, and the fire marshal told me, no, this is my case. This is not the FBI's case. He said, so I'm going to talk to Justin Flowers. So I gave the fire marshal Justin Flowers' information. He called, and then fire marshal called me back and said, hey, I just talked to Justin Flowers. I'm running point on everything, and he's going to assist me. And he also has ATF involved as well. So I don't think the FBI has a case number that I can give you. I can give you Justin Flowers' number. But it's not his number. It's just the field office number he called me from.
Gotcha.
I saved his contact. But the person, if you want to talk to anybody, Trey Baxter told me to send all the investors to him. So he's the one that is basically the point of contact for all investors. I'm sure he's going to be reaching out to everybody. But if you want to contact anybody, contact him would be your best bet.
Okay.
And I don't know how much information he's going to give you. At first, he was giving me a lot of information. You know, he told me that he was leading point on it, and then it kind of recently is just kind of went quiet. Like, he's not talking to me. He's not talking to the guy I just met with actually knows the guy, Trey Baxter, and you know, he's basically what he's told all of us is I can't really talk about the investigation right now. So we're kind of all just...
That's a little weird.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, why would he tell us anything that's going on, knowing that any of us could be in league with Eric?
Well, I guess saying that, I could probably see that part of it. Seeing that side.
Yeah, he ain't gonna give us anything that he don't want to give us, but he may ask us questions and he may want to get information from us, which has been the case. But any questions I ask him, he's like, I can't talk about it. I can't give you that information right now.
Okay.
So it's kind of been like, what the fuck? And it's weird to me, like, why the fuck would a fire marshal be running point on this? And I asked him that. I said, look, I mean, no offense.
I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, because normally FBI has a jurisdiction over that, I would imagine.
But apparently, because it's an arson case, the arson investigation, and this is what Trey told me, because me and my dad and a few other investors actually went and had a big interview with him and two ATF agents.
Can I ask you who went with you? Who was that?
Yeah, it was me, Mason Miller, Jordan Dotson, Christopher Runnels, my dad, Lance Waldo. That was it. So
okay.
we all went.
I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. So we all went down there and ended up they wouldn't let Jordan Dotson and Christopher Runnels back there, but me, Mason, and my dad went and pretty much gave them all the information we had. And we're like, look, we need you to hurry up and fucking nab this guy so he's not running off with our money. He's not hiding our money. You know, all the same concerns we all have. And he was like, all right, I'm going to do everything I can. But I know he's actively investigating. He's got access to Eric's house, so he's actively investigating that. But he had told me, because I told him, I said, and I don't mean any disrespect to you, but when I talked to the FBI, they told me they were going to run point. And then you're telling me you're going to run point. I'm getting conflicting information. So what is it?
Yeah.
You know? And he told me, he was like, look, it's my case. I'm running point. I've already talked to Justin Flowers. He said they're going to assist me and they're going to be doing some tasks. I'm going to be doing some tasks and we're working together, but I am running point on this. He's like, because it's not just arson. He said it's why did he do arson, the motive behind the arson.
Well, that's evident on why he did it. There's a ton of investors that's lost millions of dollars.
Right, and this is like in my opinion, it's like a career maker for him.
So yeah.
Yeah, so like he's trying and he wants it and he wants to run point on it because of shit, whatever he's trying to do in his career, this will be a good feather in his cap. So, but it's just fucking, it's really frustrating because you're right. He could be all fucking hiding money and doing all this bullshit and no one's stopping him.
No, I know.
How fucking long is it going to take you guys to get, to prove that he fucking put accelerant on these devices and burned them in a little corner of his room?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard. You should at least have enough evidence to freeze his assets and give him a no-fly list. I understand you can't arrest an American citizen without probable cause and blah, blah, blah. But fuck, if you have reasonable suspicion that this is going on and you can't prove it yet, there should be something you can do to stop it from him getting away and hiding money and moving money and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, man, it's not a quick process. There's a due process we have to go through. And I'm like, it's just fucking bullshit. It's really irritating. How long this is taking. And to be honest, dude, we may not even be close. I don't know how long they're going to fucking take to get through this shit.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you even know where Eric is?
No. We had a PI on him. We never actually got eyes on Eric, but I seen a Facebook post that his mom posted where he took his kids to the movies. So we sent the PI over to his mom's house, which is in about an hour south of where I live and where Eric lived.
You talking about Wendy?
Wendy, yes. So we had a PI sitting on their house. Well, nor Megan had been seen there. And then all of a sudden on 4th of July, Megan had showed up. We never saw Eric, but we saw Megan's car. So our PI was with his kids doing fireworks. We called him, said, hey, an investor just drove by Eric's mom's house and looks like Megan's car's in the driveway. So he fucking left immediately from doing fireworks with the kids and shot up there. Well, he was sitting on the house and the cops got called on him. When the cops got called on him, he showed the cops his credentials and said, hey, look, I'm a PI. I'm investigating a $100 million fraud. I'm trying to, blah, blah, blah. Well, they said, man, I wish I could help. As soon as you get an arrest warrant, I'll arrest this motherfucker. But until then, I'm going to tell the family that you're just a part of a party down the road. He was like, all right, perfect. So he left, went and got his wife's car, came back on the 5th. They called the cops on him again. This time, 2 cops rolled up, and when they rolled up on him, Megan rolled out in her car. We don't know if Eric was in the backseat or what, but she rolled out, followed by one of the cops. So literally got a police escort while the other cop was talking with the PI. So
no kidding. That's crazy.
That was the last that we've seen. Oh, and then this last Saturday, another investor was over at Eric's house, sitting on his house, just fucking pissed off, just sitting there watching the house.
Well,
fucking Megan and Eric's stepdad pulled up and was getting Eric's golf clubs, of all fucking things. And so the investor rolled up on us, hey, where the fuck's Eric? Megan jumped in the car real quick, and the dad was like, look, man, we're just here to grab a couple things. Eric's not running. He's like, well, where's he at? He's like, I don't know. He's like, motherfucker,
he's getting his golf clubs. Of course you know where he's at.
Yeah, bro. So he's fucking, are you fucking kidding me, dude? He's getting his fucking golf clubs. He can't go to that house, bro. There ain't no fucking way. Everybody knows where.
Well, yeah, I know. Anthony said that he's been by a couple of times to Disco, whatever. I can't pronounce his last. Yeah. Well, I just talked to him today, and 6 months ago, he actually looked at his wallet and had $93 million in there.
Yeah, but that was called what they call a cluster wallet.
Okay.
And I just found all this out recently, but basically what Cypherblade told me was that a cluster wallet is in exchanges. It's a collection of a bunch of people's money all in one bulk wallet. So you can't see the individual wallet. You can only see the cluster amount, which was $90 million.
Which means he had the money.
Doesn't mean he had the money. It means, I mean, he could only have $5 million of that, and the other $85 million was the exchanges money.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. We have no idea how much Eric has, but we know he's fucking lying because all of his money's on an exchange. And if you lose access to that money on an exchange, it's not gone forever. The only way it's gone forever is if it was in a cold wallet, like he said, but it wasn't. And
Right.
It's not. And we know that for a fact. It is on exchanges spread between Bitstamp, Bitfinex, and a few other ones. All he has to do, if he really did lose access to it, is go to the fucking company, prove his identity, and they'll give him access to the money. So he's lying.
So what is?
100%.
Yeah, I don't doubt that by no means. Now what is Cypherblade saying?
So Cypherblade said just that. They track all
Okay.
the money into the wallets and into the exchanges, but they have to subpoena the exchanges to release the account information of Eric's specific accounts. So we can't do nothing until the FBI subpoenas the exchange to get access to the records of how much money Eric has, what trades he was making, all that. So they've done everything they can do to track the money into the exchanges, but from there it's kind of hidden until you have to get the exchange to release the information. And the only way you can do that is with a court order.
Right. Which can be pushed faster through an attorney, right?
Possibly. That's not a bad idea. And my dad's an attorney, and my dad was telling me, he's like, I've been thinking about this, and it might be a good idea to take all of our information before a judge.
Well, you do know a couple, me and a couple other guys. We're looking at attorneys, but we had to be in Texas.
No, do it. And these guys I just met with, I told them the same thing. They're actually hiring an attorney as well, to represent 4 of them. And between them, they have a shit ton of money in there, and they're pretty wealthy guys, so they're hiring a really good attorney. So they're going to be working on that tomorrow, because they asked me if I thought it was a good idea. I was like, hell yeah.
Hey, what is that attorney? Because we might just jump on board with the same attorney.
Well, his name's Rex Wolf, Milo Thibodeau, Steven Thibodeau, and Matt, what's his last name? Matt, hold on, let me look up real quick. But I'll put you in touch with them.
Okay.
Matt.
Yeah, I was about to say, because we got a couple other guys that we might just hop on board with the same attorney. It makes sense too.
No, it does, because, I mean, we're all working the same goal. Why pay a shit ton of different attorneys to do the same fucking thing?
Right.
Yeah. So, look, let me put you in a group chat.
Okay.
With Rex. He's the one that's kind of leading the charge on the attorney side.
Okay.
His name's Rex. I'm putting you in a group chat with him right now.
All right, because I'm gonna probably add another guy into that I got in. He lost $1 million, so he's willing to get on board with an attorney as well. So, like I said, we'll probably just all jump in on the same attorney. That way, we got the same goal with one attorney. Instead of having multiple attorneys, because that's just going to be a cluster crap with multiple attorneys.
All right, just put you guys in a group chat.
Okay.
On Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it just came through on my phone.
Cool, man. But yeah, you guys definitely do that, because that may be one of the fastest ways, because who fucking knows how long these fire marshal and bullshit's going to take.
Well, yeah, that's why I said, yeah, we get an attorney involved. That should expedite it, like, extremely quickly.
I agree. So, good. Do that. Talk with Rex. They got a group, like I said, of 4 of them that have a lot of money involved, so.
Yeah, well, that's fine, because we do too, and like I said, we're I mean, it makes more sense to try to do one attorney than multiple attorneys going after the same thing, because like I said, that's just a cluster crap trying to, so many attorneys, they ain't even gonna know what's going on when you got so many attorneys coming after the same thing.
No, I agree with you. Cool, man. Well, yeah, y'all keep me in the loop on that, and hopefully they'll be able to do something. But Rex is a good guy, and Milo and all those guys. So I'm sure he would love to have you guys involved as well.
Okay.
Obviously, share costs and all that shit. So.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay.
Cool, man. Well, all right, man. Well, let me know if you need anything else.
All right, appreciate it, Christian.
Yes, sir. Bye.
All right, bye. he was in a hurry.